Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Lounging with Lisa. The video series that has me lounging while coming at you with thoughts of the day. I'm here at Deers Acres. I guess I haven't done a video in about a week, and there's a good reason. Last Tuesday, out of the clear blue, well, looking back, I had a couple clues, but not really anything major. But anyhow, 1 week ago right now, I was had work that day. I was supposed to work Wednesday and Friday at the boutique, and then Saturday and Sunday at the diner, and blah, blah, blah. And I took a little rest. Look at how good those donkeys look. Look, he's all parked out. That's he. I mean, their weight is perfect, everything. I'm so proud. Anyhow, I took a rest. I woke up and immediately was like shivering. My teeth were chattering wildly. I was like sick. Boom. Just boom. Turns out it was a bladder situation. That's what I'm calling it, a situation. Well, you know what I mean. So anyhow, it got really bad to the point where I had a temperature of 102.6 that night, mind you. And the next day, which was Wednesday, and you know how you are when you have a fever, you're delirious. I can't remember half the stuff that went on. Spencer was coming over to take care of me. Joel, I don't know what happened to him. He was taking care of the animals down here after that night. And just staying at the trailer, I think. Yeah, I have no idea. There could have been a party of 12 children sleeping in the living room. I wouldn't have known. But anyhow, bottom line is it was pretty hideous. And I did not return to work until, what's today? Tuesday, 1 week. I'm going to walk behind you, Stanley. Look at his butt. I returned to work yesterday at the diner. There was no way I wanted to go back on a busy Sunday. I just couldn't have done it. I mean, as I get older, it takes me more, longer time to recover from things. And so I went back yesterday, and then Kathy got with me last night at like 7 o'clock. Asked if I could come into the boutique. Oh my God, she made me an offer I couldn't refuse. She's like, you don't have to do anything. Just sit around, look pretty. And all this, I'm like, well, I can do a couple things, but the looking pretty is questionable. Open when I want, close when I want, lounge on the couch. She just needed a hot body. So, and by then my temperature was normal. Haha, get it? Anyhow. Yeah, so I went in today. I just worked like 9 until 2. Town was super dead. A lady came in and got some things that she had ordered evidently, or won. And somebody bought something, somebody returned something. And I figured it wasn't going to get terrific from that point on. And everything closes down at 2 in the town, like the diner. I got to tell you about he and his limp, which he doesn't have anymore. Hi, buddy. Yeah, so anyhow, I closed it too. Meanwhile, last Tuesday, I think last time I did a video, I did mention that, I don't know if I mentioned it, but he had been limping since Labor Day weekend. And then I locked him in. Yeah, I remember saying this now. I locked him into the smaller area so that he would have less chance of roughhousing and all this. So last Tuesday when I came down here, he seemed to be healing up fine. So I let them out. That was when I was starting to get, ill. And next thing I know, when Joel came down Wednesday, he said he's limping really badly, like terrible and blah, blah, blah. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but I just didn't care. I mean, if Spencer would have been, I don't know, arrested because he was running naked through the streets of Conneaut Lake, I just wouldn't have cared. There's nothing I could do. I was so delirious. So, at any rate, turns out that Joel, kept them locked in and took care of them. And then by Friday, with Joel's help, I mean, he drove me down here. I didn't want to drive. I thought I'd get a DUI. I started to wrap it, put on that Absorbine and wrap his leg. We had examined his hoofs earlier than that. We knew there was nothing, in there or whatever. And turns out, his leg was swollen. I'll show you where on Stanley. Okay. See, above the knee here, right here. His leg was swollen up there. And not really down there, which you stop. And his shoulder in here was kind of sore. So as soon as I started the Absorbine treatment with lightly wrapping it with that psychedelic, bandage stuff that they make. I just happen to buy psychedelic. You don't have to, but it started to clear them up right away, and the swelling went down, and we're now letting them out. So, yeah, so he was pretty injured. He was really limping. Joel, of course, thought we'd have to call a vet and, do this, that, and the other thing, but I wanted to give it some time just to see if the Absorbine would start the healing process, and it sure did. So, which saved Dino a fortune. Because they would have been, you know how vets are. No offense to any vets, but, well, medical anything. They would have, probably brought out an x-ray machine or, this, that, and the other thing. And they're really, I just think he was roughhousing big time because it seemed to be, after we let him out in the bigger pasture, that it was more or less re-injured. So he's good now, thank God. And I was planning the mother ash ceremony, and right now I haven't swung back into that because I'm just now getting to the point of coming down here and doing more than the basics. Like I just took Stanley on a little routine in the round pen. There's his little lead rope and stuff hanging there. And he was very good. He was a good mule. So that's it. That's all I have to report. I'm signing off. I am better. And this is Lounging with Lisa. Over and out.